Okay, everyone, and welcome back. I'm joined today by the developer of Doki Doki Abridged, Chronos.
Hi, I'm Chronos.
Oh, goody, look! Hi, Monica.
I wanted there to be a humorous bit here with no dialogue whatsoever.
It fucking nailed it. Yes.
The one kind of unintentional side effect is that lots of times people will do the Natsuki route right before this one for whatever reason, which means that I kind of sort of repeat the whole she just gets in your face and like leers at you quietly thing twice, which I feel like it's a little bit too repeaty, that being that quick, but also like I kind of don't care. I like it. Who's gonna yell at me this time? Hey, Ma.
I don't care.
What?
Read now.
All right, already. Sheesh, let me just pull the paper up to my face to read it. And of course, the well-known thing. Okay, so I've learned a lot from this particular little bit, right? So first off, obviously, it pulls up this error, which I programmed it so that it will intentionally pop up in your thing to show that, oh, hey, this happened.
Right.
But also, the few things I learned here is that, A, it's kind of hard for people to parse a little bit of the first part here, because it's, restart top context, roses are red, I'm self-aware, I'll hack your heart. Oh, shit, it really did not like that.
Yeah.
Stop it! For Christ's sake, fuck! I like to sit on a chair.
It took me a couple of tries myself to get through it.
In fact, even doing it just now, I missed a couple of them. Oh shit, really did not like that. Blah, stop it, blah, stop it, stop, sort of thing. But, my bad for making it slightly hard to read, but it's not important enough. God damn it, just like, I didn't do it. It was like this when I got here. So the other thing I learned about this is many people never bothered to scroll down, as well as, if they do, then there is no guarantee that their notepad thing is going to be the correct width or the correct text size to correctly render this image. So if you you should be able to somehow in your format or something change the text size so it correctly shows it.
So what do I need to be using?
Well, it's not that so much as just change the size smaller so that all the lines are able to fit without word wrapping, basically. That or there's an option to turn off word wrap now that I think about it. That's still looking wrong. What the hell?
I'm also using Arial, which normally it is supposed to be...
Courier?
Courier?
Go with Courier. Yeah, go with Courier. There, okay, yeah. It's not... The other thing being that it's not a monospace font, so, the empty spaces don't take up the same amount of space. The thing I was really hoping for with this is, people would go through that thing and, scroll down and be just like a quick visual jump scare sort of thing almost with this. Here. Yeah. But, of course... due to people mostly not even realizing they're supposed to scroll down, and the text size issue, and the text width issue, all that sort of stuff, this never really worked very well. I can't think of... I'm not sure I recall a single time it actually... I saw a video where it actually correctly worked, which is a shame.
And it is, because it's a really cool little feature.
Yeah.
God damn it, Yuri, get out of my poem! That I totally didn't write, since I didn't do it. Just get back in here already.
One last little, fun, massive sort of you have to take the game apart in joke thing. So, I copied some of the original game's organization for the names of, RPY files and stuff, right? And there's a file for, poetry exclusive or something like that for each of the girls, named, Natsuki poetry exclusive, Sayori poetry exclusive, etc., etc. If you unpack this and look, there you will find there is one of those named Monica poetry exclusive, right? Which doesn't make sense in context because she never has one of this, right?
Really? Okay.
But the thing is, if you open that, the first thing in there is a comment saying, oh, right, like this, like she'd have one here. Have you been paying attention at all? And then the second thing in there is the variable I used to store that entire picture of Yuri.
Oh, wow.
Because that's one giant long string of text to do that, and I didn't want to drop that into any of my other organizational files. I was like, might as well put it here, because that way it also gives it some file size. People go like, oh wow, there's that file there, and it's actually got size to it. Like there's something in there. Yes, there is. just nothing that you're looking for.
And I actually have Abridged unpacked somewhere, so I'm gonna have to go digging into that. What did I do it for?
I'm pretty sure I just gave it to you at some point.
No, I had to do it myself. I remember. I had to do it to get the logo to do my tier list.
Oh, I see. You could have just asked me.
I don't know that we were, like, as close as we are now back then. I don't remember.
I have no idea.
Too fucking long ago. Anyway. Look, this shit's hard, damn it!
So, who would like my poem?
No one!
Who's going to... Oh, right, there's only the one option left.
Hi, Flick! How's it going? Want to share poems with me? Oh my god, fine! Whatever! Yay!
Side note, I have since I've done this, I've learned a bit more about, like, Python and stuff, and were I to redo this scene, I now know how to make it so I'd be able to do, instead of her doing the first half of the variable player, without actually being the player's name,
right.
I now know how to do that, so I would be able to do the first half and second half of the user's name.
Nice! Oh, that's actually pimpin' as fuck. I love that.
Yeah. I hand Sayori my poem. She looks at it for like 7 seconds.
Cool! Words on a torn out sheet of notebook paper. Thank you, someone.
Okay, I'm glad you're happy, but what do you, think of it?
Oh, what? This? Well, I don't care anymore.
Wait, you looked at it for 7 seconds, and you just no longer care about it?
Nope. I meant in general. We're long past the point of any of these poems actually making a difference as to who you end up with.
How the hell am I supposed to work on my writing skills with input like that?
Nobody cares what you think, someone.
But that's the truth. I won't get better unless I get some actual help with this.
No, I meant no one cares to hear what opinions you have, so it's a waste of time to help you improve expressing them. Besides, you're not really a character anyway. You're just an empty shell that's barely developed enough to be anything other than completely invisible. So, nothing you ever do will ever matter, since everyone else here are who people are really interested in.
I feel old.
Don't worry, that feeling will never pass.
So, side note with this, okay, well, 2 of them. First off, since there isn't a Sayori in Act 2, it's kind of a, well, okay, what do I do with her?
Right.
Okay, so she was already very sort of this is the real game, obviously suicidally depressed by the end, but at this point, she's not able to do it. So I'm assuming she would just lose the capacity to care at all at any point.
And it's funny, I know you yourself are completely aware of, and we were talking about at the beginning, when you suffer from things like depression and that for long enough, there's a part of your psyche that does sort of shatter. It's just like certain things that you used to have very, very strong emotions towards, it's just like, you know what? Fuck it.
Yep. Can confirm, no longer care about many things.
I still have some of my emotions left, but I mean, let's face it, I'm also a real life fucking yandere, so we're a passionate people.
Right. The other thing I wanted to bring up here was, and this could be construed as once again me taking issue with the fandom, you idiots, you're not being fans, right? That sort of thing. But it's less. So one of the complaints I got for the Rewind Replay demo, I didn't get a lot, but I got a couple times, and it's one of those you're not understanding what I'm saying and you're missing the point sort of things. The complaint being that some people were saying, oh, you're mean in saying that the MC is not a character. You're mean in saying that he doesn't.
He's not a person.
Yeah, basically saying that, and the thing is I'm not saying he can't be one. But I am saying with that, like canonically from DDLC, he starts out at least as not one.
Yeah.
This is not up for debate. This is literally how it's construed and what Dan has said.
Yeah.
The MC is a representation for the player being able to just see into this window, this weird fucking world, and that's it. He is there explicitly just to be the player's view into things, not to be as his own standalone anything.
Like, I mean, Dan has said, and I mean, it's obvious in Vanilla Game, you know, he was very particular about making sure that the MC did not have a gender. Now, it's not like Undertale levels of a genderless MC, but it's, you know, he doesn't specify. The MC themselves did not actually start getting a gender until mods started and people started... Well, no, okay, you know what? I'm gonna backpedal on that because, yes, the Sayori CG, you're right.
No, I wasn't gonna say that. Much more importantly, very beginning, Natsuki, you brought a boy in here? Way to ruin the atmosphere.
Yeah, and that is true, but for the rest of it, it's really...
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not
Monica,
saying it necessarily matters. Yeah.
Yeah, Monica herself, you know, I forget whether it's base game Act 3 or...
Yeah, it is.
Or... Okay, that's what I thought. I always confuse After Story with base game Act 3 because I've played way more of After Story than I have of base game. So, but, like, I always forget where she actually says, you know what, I didn't even check to see if you're actually
that's
a boy.
Act 3 you were thinking about. It's very early on into the thing.
So... But you're right. Natsuki does say that, but I feel like I know he has stated that it's like no, because Monica's cool with it. The only reason Natsuki says that is because game script.
Yeah. I get you. And it's a case like my overriding point isn't that the MC cannot be a character. My point is canonically he's not. At least at the start of whatever you're doing, unless you establish it changes real quick or something. The MC is not a character. This is not a debate.
Yeah, pretty much. Also,
atmosphere!
Right.
Anyway, I love writing these poems. Turns out, they're a great outlet for me to express myself and what I'm feeling. As well as voicing all the opinions that I hold, which actually matter to people. Look, here's how I was feeling this morning when I got up.
You still sleep?
Nope, I just stop moving sometimes now.
You have 10 seconds before I figure out how to care a negative amount.
Anyway, shut up and read. I'm super proud of this one.
I considered making it just the A's and the screaming just to be done with it. Because the way I originally wrote the scene around this, I wrote the poem out and then, without any sound or anything, and then afterwards it's like, she's like, so what do you think? Well, I like how you got the paper to literally scream at me. And I wrote that and moved on, and then I realized, wait a minute, I can make the paper literally scream.
Existent.
Go ahead.
And then I kind of poured how bad I was feeling that day into this.
Okay, hang on. Hang. Oh,
no.
I
know. It's breaking your audio. I know.
Hang on. I can fix this because I want to get through this. Solvable problem. Just hang tight, folks. Oh, mother of God. Yes, we get it. We fucking get it. Shut up!
I was considering being an even bigger ass, because when you're doing audio stuff in RenP, you define a channel that something pops up on. The defaults are music, voice, and
right. Sound.
Sound. Yeah, thank you for sound effects and stuff. But you're allowed to define whatever you want, for any channel, as well as there's a channel just called audio that you can just throw anything into. I was considering putting the screaming instead of into any of those, because those have slider bars you can control in the menu, into not that. so even if you went into the game menu and turned everything down, it wouldn't affect
it would
anything.
still be there. Oh God, I fucking love you. Okay, all right.
Existence is pain. Existence is pointless. Existence should not exist. I should not exist. I cannot exist, but I must exist because the pain of existence is pain of being, and the pain of utter futility and pointlessness. Why do I still move? How do I still move? I wish to sleep forever and be revoked from okay, I was having trouble reading it. From being here and around everyone who can somehow cope with it. Why can't I cope with it? Why am I broken? Why did breaking myself fully... Oh, God, help me.
Okay, not that I'm him, but, or them, whatever. Not fix myself. I am nothing, but I am here. I must be nothing. I cannot be something. I am less than something. I am less than nothing. I am...
without worth.
Yeah,
or
you get to correct me if I screwed up.
Or deserving of anything that is good in this pathetic excuse of existence. By the way, did I mention the pain?
Good. Because holy shit, I hurt. Even worse now. I mean, I thought I'd just be dead and no longer able to feel things, and thus avoid all the negative repercussions that ending my own life would have on the others, but fucking nope. Somehow I'm still walking around and able to flap various meat bits of my body and things, and why can't I just never do anything again? I never ever. I hurt so much, it just hurts on every conceivable level. Also, I'm still hungry for I'm still hungry for toast or something.
Took two of us, but we got fucking through it. Hold on, I turned the things back up.
Yeah.
Oh, put it there. Okay.
I remember I commented on each one of Afro's videos when he did did all these. Mm-hmm. And for this one, my comment was I'll save you the trouble. And I just copy-pasted the version of that copy-pasted that into the comments.
Epic.
So, what do you think?
I'm impressed that you managed to make the paper literally scream as I read it, but I'm pretty concerned about...
Trick question, no one cares, remember?
You know, you've become incredibly mean since you died, and I really don't think I like it.
If that was coming from someone who mattered, I'd be more upset.
I agree with everything someone just said.
Yep, just like I said, I'd be upset if that was coming from someone who mattered.
And time's up. Idiot goes bye-bye now.
See you later, someone.
Thank you? Am I supposed to thank you for that? I'm confused.
I don't care. For the record, I agree with what she said the first time.
No one ever really laughs at that joke. I made it too convoluted to...
I mean, I liked it, but...
Okay, I think that's everyone then. It's weird how stressful something like sharing poems can be.
Great, whatever. Shut up, someone.
But I wasn't done narrating yet.
What do we have coming up now? The festival or whatever? We need to assign stuff for you idiots to do, and... Wait a second, Monica. Oh my god, what the fuck is it now? Yuri and I want to have our poem share argument now. Fine, fucking do whatever you want already, holy shit! Cool. So, anyway, Yuri, you want to start this thing? Absolutely. Though, I was wondering, would you mind if it was a bit more intense of an argument than usual? Oh, sure. Like, what? You want it to get way too real or something? Yes, I would love that. Although, we should have some
manner of signaling to the other person if we feel the other party has gone too far.
Usual safety word?
That will do.
Natsuki and Yuri quickly recompose themselves and then make a show of handing each other their poems.
Ah! What is this language?
This language? I don't understand. My poem is literally every word, and not constructed in any particular fashion other than in a dictionary.
No, I mean, why'd you use an English dictionary? The only people who use English for anything are those idiots who are too useless at learning languages to learn anything else.
Both Natsuki and Yuri turn and silently glare at the mod creator for a moment before resuming. I would love to learn other languages. I am terrible at it. Sucks.
It's funny, like, I'm bilingual, English, Spanish. I took 7 years of Spanish in school. Was practically fluent, but of course you know what they say. You don't use it, you lose it. So I'm not quite as fluent as I used to be. But I have, there are 2 languages that I absolutely adore that I would love to learn, and both of them have completely eluded me. And those are Japanese, because, come on.
Yeah. I've made a light attempt at that too.
And Russian, because I think Russian is the sexiest language in existence.
Russian's actually German exists. Russian is the second angriest language that exists.
Also true, but let's remember, I'm a fucking sadist, so...
Right. I actually, I have thought about the Russian thing as well, not just because, not for the, horrible, like, sham of a democracy going on reasons thing, but more just because...
I can't believe you fucking said it!
Say again, sorry?
I said I can't believe you fucking said it.
If it wasn't obvious, I don't tend to have too much of an issue saying stuff like...
I mean, this is Chronos. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Point being is that, that's actually one... I tried semi-seriously with that one, but once again.
Oh, and
it is a...
I've tried, like, before things like Duolingo existed, like, I mean, I tried starting with just basic words. I tried starting with the alphabet, which, oh, fucking Christ, was that a mistake. Duolingo, if anyone has ever wanted to learn a language and has never used it, I strongly encourage it, because, like, you really do learn. But I don't know, I think the words that they give you seem kind of out of nowhere. But anyways, I digress. But
right.
So many people I've encountered have the same problem you do. And it's, to me, like, I literally cannot wrap my head around struggling to learn a language as much as people like yourself do. Like, Spanish was so easy to me, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, I'm olive-skinned, I'm Italian, not Hispanic. So, like, so many people look at me, they're like, oh, you learned it with your family, too. I'm like, no. It just came so naturally to me.
No, I getcha. No, going through school, not that I wanted to detract too long from this, but I was required to try 2 languages, and then I got convinced into a useless third one that I did terribly at.
Oh,
but
wow.
Probably the best one I ever got, like, probably the one I learned the most from, and I can still mostly pronounce things if I look at them, but I can't really understand what I'm saying, is French.
Oh god, I can't with French. I can't. I've also always wanted to learn Latin, because...
That would be the one I said that I got tricked into trying.
Nice. Yeah, I'm a fucking goth chick. Like, Latin.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's about... You will not find many uses for it unless you're a lawyer or a doctor.
Well, which law school is on the agenda, but...
Oh, okay. Then you don't have... Anyway, sorry.
English language has the most words of all the languages in the world. It allows for the greatest variety in particular word choice and nuance and meaning. Not that I would expect someone of your limited vocabulary to understand linguistic constructs comprising multiple syllables.
Oh yeah, fucking okay then, Miss Westaboo. Go ahead and throw the blame off yourself. It's not possible that you could, I don't know, be fucking wrong about something. Yeah, you're just so right. Me so dumb, me no spell big words and make big poems.
Instead, I've decided to, I don't know, fucking not fill my goddamn speech with uselessly long words for no reason other than to impress other fucking people. That way, it doesn't take me so fucking long to get to whatever point I'm trying to make. Which is just as well, then, since I suspect with how brutally simplistic you and your infantile speech come across to anyone, they'd much rather spend as little time speaking to you as possible. I would estimate that even an individual below average intelligence would only be able to stand speaking with you for approximately 12 seconds before looking for opportunities to end the conversation with you. I suspect that once 23 seconds have elapsed, they would resort to drastic measures, such as defecating themselves simply to have an excuse not to hear the excrement dribbling out of your mouth. Oh, like you would fucking know about shit, wouldn't you, Miss? Oh, why would I flush the toilet after I've used it, since that's my child in there? You shut your syphilitic cramp mouth about someone, Junior. Wait, fucking what? You named it? And after someone? Things were annoying as shit already when you refused to make the bed, but I was willing to overlook that. And I'm still the only one who does the dishes every night, even after you said you'd do them like 20 times already. No, fucking instead, while I'm loading up the dishwasher my fucking self, you run into the bathroom and start staring at your literal fucking shit in the toilet.
Wait. Hold on. You guys have both a toilet and a dishwasher? Wow, what did it take for you guys to get that?
We just make sure to ask the realtor for a house that was fully drawn. It's really not that hard, someone.
Also, another thing I'm slightly curious about. You've named Coop after me?
Someone Junior is your son, and I would appreciate it if you were to use his real name.
I have many questions. How am I the father? None of these matter.
Okay, we are not doing another menu loop. Move it along already.
Can I at least get the parentage thing answered?
She ate your foot.
That's where it went?
He's all yours. Genetic testing would confirm this in a heartbeat.
Of course it would! It's my foot! Was my foot. God damn it.
You birthed a child? No, actually, you didn't, because that's not even remotely how that works. I don't care. I have to have someone as part of my very essence at all times. And someone Junior's the best I've been able to have. Every moment of gestation with someone Junior was like standing atop the highest peaks of sexual satisfaction I've ever had.
Okay, stop. This is by far the most horrific thing you've done. This isn't even cool in a fun and or funny yandere way. None of this is the sort of thing that would make someone actually attracted to you. This just might be my limit. Why the hell would you do that?
Oh, here's the rant.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. Water.
Sure.
This really is strange, is it not? That particular set of actions I've performed is indeed incredibly disturbing and indicative of an utter lack of sanity on multiple levels. It's almost as though the perception of a crazed girlfriend who will do demonstrably insane actions in the name of their obsession in some sort of twisted representation of love isn't actually very desirable at all. Further, I'm curious as to the degree of your curiosity you possess in regards to myself and my own actual well-being and desires. All of these actions are very obviously counter to what I would prefer to do, were I of sound mind presently. From my perspective, I have been imprisoned in a cage of flesh that no longer acts according to my whims or desires, and works to actively destroy all that I hold dear and the identity I've developed over my entire life. And I'm utterly incapable of doing anything to remedy it, or even steer myself away from this particular course of events. I still have a mouth, yet I am incapable of screaming regardless.
This is what you were referring to about becoming a yandere earlier, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I would never willingly partake in nearly every action I've performed since being compelled to do so. But it's all okay, isn't it? It's what you want after all. You don't care in the slightest that I'm being tortured in a particularly insidious, heinous matter. I'm going to unwillingly destroy myself and completely lose everything that makes me, me, to fit your particular twisted fantasy. So, that means it's all okay.
You talking to me or through me? Like, I want to go back to the Dandere Yuri again.
Oh, how tragic. I desire to do everything I can for you, but the sole thing I am incapable of is existing as anything other than the shambling corpse of a personality. Every fiber of my being is screaming at me to ensure that you occupy every desire I have on every conceivable level, and thus... Holy shit! Is this why you kept asking me to dress up as someone? So I want to stop here.
I was going to comment on that too. What's up?
So, again, as many of the fandom are acutely aware, I do identify as a real-life yandere. Everything Yuri just said, and I know if Via is listening, she can fucking confirm. Everything Yuri just said is very, 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 very true. Oh god, I got into it with Ryan yesterday. I went off the rails in the OCW Discord, just... Oh, God. Anyway, but among my reasoning, I included Act 2. And he said, that's a fucking excuse, and you know it. And I'm like, yeah, but since he also identifies as a yandere, I said, you and I also both know that even though it's an excuse, you know I couldn't stop myself. He's like, yeah. Yeah, like... There have been literal, like, symposium-level monologues that my wife has conducted in her own streams about, you really want to date a yandere? Are you fucking sure? Because, no, we are not a peach. We are not a joy to have as a companion. And when you put two of us together, it's fucking chaos. But it's a real thing. Like... Before I ever got into visual novels, I didn't care about Yuri. I already had my own batshit yandere. See? Now, of course, over the years, I have found ways to control myself. But, you know, I didn't have a name for it. I didn't have, I knew that there was something wrong with my perspective on relationships. I didn't really... And then I discovered the archetype of the yandere, and it's like, holy fucking shit. I relate to all of it, because, no, I am not a violent person. Like, given the chance, I would never, ever kill another person. But my god, if I get triggered, there are questions. And it can be downright scary, you know, especially... Again, fans of the channel know the breakup that I'm going through. Thank you, Via. I was gonna get there. But it like, quite literally, like...
Side note, I did that for the first 30-something years of my life. It didn't really work either.
Yeah, I've had trouble with it myself. But yeah, Bun makes a good point. Like, my PR God mode, when I am put in a situation where I have to ensure that something happens, that whatever my goal is gets done, I turn on what I call PR God mode, which is a lot like Act 2. It's a trance state. I have no control over what I'm saying. I just somehow get shit accomplished, but I'm digressing. The bottom line is, when we go into Act 2, when we get triggered, when something is going on either with, around, or towards our obsessions, it's a degree of insanity that just can't be metered. And, like, I've tried medication, antipsychotics, and then I just lose my entire identity. So I reached a point to where I just kind of started accepting it and finding ways to deal with it. And I have gotten better, especially over the course of the last year,
once discovering the archetype, getting familiar with the archetype's weaknesses and strengths, I have found ways to cope, and I feel like I have improved, but there are moments. So, yes, everything Yuri says here, 100% true. Trust me. If you have the choice, anything but a yandere. And that's my soapbox.
All right. So, I get what you're getting at, but the point I was trying to make with this is slightly different, right? It's not that so much as it's a case of I consider who Yuri is as a character as the version you run into in Act 1, right?
Right.
And then there's so many of the fan base that are like, oh yeah, Yuri's so crazy. Oh yeah, she's all yandere and all that sort of stuff.
Not until she got fucked with. Yeah.
Yeah, that's explicitly because you have what is essentially in this game a almost nearly godlike deity basically saying, I'm going to fuck with your psyche on a horrific personal level and make you do things that you don't want to do. I literally can't think of I can think of very few ways to torture someone than to essentially make it so they act in ways they do not want to, like they normally would be.
And it is
not
torture,
under their control
absolutely.
To do so. Yeah, and literally, especially given that like that, this ties back into that rant earlier at the very start of Act 2 where she's like, what am I most scared of? It would be, and I make that joke at the end of it about, especially if you got popular with online fan communities, like pretend for a second that you got well known and popular for doing something like horrifically racist as it turns out or something along those lines, and you had lots of people going, yeah, she's like that, it's awesome, and you're like, no, that's not me, fuck you, no, stop it, sort of thing. Like, holy shit, that would be that's how I kind of equivocate this. And just
and by nature, I'm a lot more like Sayori. I'm an entertainer. Literally, my whole drive behind being an entertainer is because all I want is everyone around me happy. As long as they're happy, I'm happy. So that's really kind of me at my nature. But then when the beast inside gets triggered, it's that person inside me that just wants everyone to be my friend is watching myself doing these things that quite literally in just about every case, I've gotten better about dealing with it, but just about every case where I've gotten triggered and I've really snapped like full-blown Friday afternoon Act 2, I've lost countless friends because I become just aggressive, toxic in so many different levels. And I'm watching myself do this. And then, of course, again, my viewers, many of them do really back me being a yandere. And it's like, please, just because that's part of me, it's not the whole package. Please don't fetishize this, please. So, yeah.
I get you, yeah. So, yeah, what else was I going to say? That was my big point with that whole thing, holy shit, that's torture for someone who doesn't want to be that, etc., etc.
And you're celebrating it, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you assholes, why are you doing this? But more, the other commentary I want to bring up with this as well, obviously there's that Zoom thing going on. So I really, on a much more technical level, what I wanted to do, and I was never able to figure this out, and I'm not sure if I know how I would do it now. I don't know if I know the answer to it now. I wanted basically the Zoom to start zooming in towards her face, and to continue to slowly do so. And then whenever the MC says that that first line where it breaks the zoom, goes back out to regular zoom, and then continues, I wanted to essentially from point A of normal zoom to point B of the end of the whole thing be one continuous zoom with the zoom with the breaking of zoom briefly for those two lines,
and then right back to where it was.
Yeah, while still zooming in the whole time. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to figure that out. So what happens is if you stay on those screens long enough, especially because I didn't really program the time long enough for it, it zooms in and then it stops itself. Then it goes back out and then it starts again and then it'll stop itself again.
Yeah.
I wanted it to basically the entire time you're going through the text here to never stop, even if it slows down more and more. I kind of have an idea how I'd approach that now if I was to redo it, but as far as I can tell, wouldn't really fix it.
Check with Carousel Sothran. When she made Changing Perspectives, she has a similar function during Monica's route, I believe. I'm like 90% sure. That zooms significantly farther and for longer.
Yeah.
So that's like, it zooms in on the middle poster on that back wall next to Yuri's right shoulder.
Yeah.
It zooms in on that. Like, it goes in.
It's more the smoothness of it, the ability to stop it, the transform, then pick
Right.
back up. That's what I'm concerned about.
Got
You
you.
know?
Yeah, it lied.
So. Yeah. I can zoom. I know how to get it to zoom, and I know how to change the speed. But the continuous zoom with a break in the middle. That's
right,
what I want.
that's the hard part.
Out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you figure it out, let me know, because I can certainly find a use for it.
Right.
So I'm gonna redeliver this. Holy shit! Is this why you've been asking me to dress up as someone? It wasn't just roleplay with an accurate real-life example at all. You were just trying to imagine you're with him. And before that, you wouldn't even look at me while we were... No, you know what? Fucking fuck you, you lanky, insane bitch! We're through. I don't ever want to see you or your oversized whore tits again. Here, that way, you can just slice yourself to fucking ribbons and bleed on whatever dishes and bed sheets you want while you look at your worthless food baby floating in your worthless excuse for a life. I don't fucking care anymore. What is it, you piece of pineapple? Oh, shit. What? Too much? Are you okay? I just... Dude...
Yuri starts to openly cry in front of all of us.
Oh, no, babe. I'm sorry. Just, you usually mean it when you say you want it to get intense. I'm sorry.
So the released MPT later on has much more variety in the expressions, including
Crying.
like actual crying sprites for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have that here.
Update. Crap. That'll help someone.
She ate my foot.
That's a pretty good reason not to help. I'll give you that. Yeah, well, we'll get you a new one or something. Sorry about that. Oh, Monica, care to give me a hand?
Without saying a word, Monica stuffs her mouth with another helping of popcorn from the bag of popcorn she's been eating out of for the past few minutes. Not shown, bag of popcorn.
Damn it! I really wish Sayori still existed. Da 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 da! Super Sayori to the rescue! Oh my god! Natsuki! What's wrong with your neck? I don't know. Anyway, can you help me, please? Sure?
I'm 99% certain that's the first time anyone acknowledges what's wrong with Natsuki's neck after the incident. I hope I'm not wrong. Because
Yeah,
I
don't think you are.
Okay, I remember now. The one issue with that is that there is the possibility if you go into Sayori's sequence first, Natsuki's sequence first, and then you go into the Yuri scene, that there's that quick aside where all three, Monica, Natsuki, and Sayori are on screen all at the same time.
Right.
In theory, she might have noticed then, the neck thing. I want it to basically be this is the first time where those two are on screen together.
Right.
After she's broken her neck and she's like, wah! What's wrong with your neck? Sort of thing.
That makes sense. I don't think you address it again, but I guess we'll find out when we finish.
That's the point. It's this is this horrific injury, but who fucking cares?
Yeah, nobody cares anymore. Down in front.
That coming in off the side, by the way, was entirely Diablo Graves' idea.
I love it.
Arm.
God, Diablo's just fucking... He's epic. I can't take it anymore. You're right. I'm a complete mess. I'm so intrinsically linked to someone in this existence that I'm completely destroying everything good in my life simply because it feels too good not to. I can't live without him. I'm no longer deserving of your love, Natsuki. I just can't. I'm too messed up. Please, someone. I can't go on like this any farther. Promise me you'll stay with me until the end.
Sure, I don't care. The intent being that that's the exact same line from the original game.
I can't help myself. I have to show my love to you, to all of you, one last time, the only way I know how. I love you, all of you, especially you, Natsuki. But unfortunately, someone is both my addiction, as well as the only person here that can actually interact with them and you. Do you accept my confession, someone?
And yes, there is once again no difference between these. If I say yes, does that mean you won't stab me? If I say no, does that mean you won't stab me? I like the difference in inflection there.
What? No, I'd never stab you. Why are you even bringing up stabbing now anyway?
Isn't that what you were about to do? Like, stab me or yourself or somebody?
I do not actually wish to inflict pain upon any of you.
You ate my foot.
I do not wish to inflict any fresh pain on any of you.
And side note, I cut it because it was in poor taste, which is saying a lot for me that was a limit. But I know I've mentioned this to you somewhere else, but the original way I wrote out the sequence is that it turns out Yuri planted C4 in the building and she was going to do a terrorist bombing sort of thing. I thankfully thought better of it, and I was like, you know what, that's kind of too stupid.
That might have cost you Mod of the Year.
Probably. So I should have done it, is what you're saying. Okay, got it, learned.
Ass. Goodbye, everyone. This sequence just... Her face. This is awkward. Babe? You need a hand there? No, it's fine. You sure about that? Okay. Feeling somewhat lightheaded at the moment, but I'm okay. I'm okay.
Witness the power of layered image and the ability to make this.
Love it. Okay, if you, say so.
Natsuki just turns to look at me.
So...
I should have wrote that line as Natsuki just flops to look at me.
Oh!
Every time I see that, I think about that. Like, I should have made that sort of passing reference anytime that happens. You know, like,
Update.
Natsuki turns and the creaking bones of, and the creaking sounds of her bones filling the air.
Update.
Sort of thing.
So, Monica, what do you think about all this? Wait, where'd Monica go? She said something about being squeamish with blood, and that she was gonna go home for the weekend. Wait, and she didn't delete you on the way out? Oh, no, she did. She tried to do it again when I came back, but couldn't for some reason. Then she mumbled something about her recycle bin being too full. So, well, I'm guessing she's going home to clean her house? Oh, by the way, she told me to tell you to have a nice weekend. Enjoy the weekend or something? Right. Well, guess we have the club room until she bothers to come back.
I'm fairly certain now that I know a little bit more about Python, I could have actually made the joke, like, more meta in the sense that I could have intentionally put, like, you know, intentionally put a bunch of sayori.chr up, like, parenthesis 12 end parenthesis, and then, like, just a whole bunch of random numbers showing that there's just crap tons of them in the discard thing.
Update. Like, that would be like, right. Not gonna lie, I love that, and I would love to see it.
Right.
You guys wanna, like, go out to eat or something? We can do that?
Thank you for reading that correctly. Zero didn't, and that's one of the few times it bugs me enough.
No, he didn't, and I'm sitting there like, that's not how. Okay. Yeah, of course. Just because we never reached the end of the game the first time around doesn't mean that there isn't a bunch of other locations to find already. Well, I'd love to get something to eat. Awesome. What about you, Yuri?
I suspect the primary thing I require at the moment would be fresh...
Excuse me.
Would be fresh blood in my veins.
I like to think that was Yuri actually saying that due to the whole stabbing herself repeatedly thing.
The lack of any within my circulatory system is making it rather tiring to try and finish. Honey, do you still have those jugs?
No, I already told you. I get why you were complaining about back problems with... Oh, wait. You mean the blood jugs, don't you?
Correct.
Are you kidding? At this point, I can fill one of those completely in about 5 minutes. Well, so long as I get a good seal on the mouth of the thing. Anyway, otherwise, it just kind of sprays everywhere and takes forever. Anyway, I started dumping them out after I filled like 10 of the things.
Would you mind terribly if you brought an empty one with us so that you could fill it on demand?
Yeah, I guess I could do that.
Well, if that's the case, then I suppose I am rather peckish at the moment.
You ate my foot.
That transpired a week ago. I require sustenance more regularly than weekly, someone.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, I already agreed to stay with you until you died, so I guess that means I'm going too.
Nick.
Awesome! Where do you guys want to go?
Oh, honey, what about that cafe we visited after the reception?
Yeah, they'd love that place, I'm sure.
Plus, I have already inquired for unrelated reasons, and I already know they're fine with industrial quantities of bodily fluids.
Great, let's go!
One more quick note about the stabbing thing. People have asked, like, why didn't you do it stabbing into her heart? Answer, because I'm using only original graphics for that, and Dan, because by that time Yuri is dead, Dan never had a picture of her stabbing herself in the heart and then removing the knife from that, thus leaving that bloody hole for the thing. Yeah, so I had no interest in doing that myself because that would require that I do that myself.
Or commission Booty Crusader.
Yeah. Point being is, like, the way I logic this whole stabbing thing, it can go from no stab to fully dead stab with how I programmed it.
That's I didn't even think about that, but you're right. Like,
yeah.
Because when she puts it in her heart, she goes down. She never takes it back out.
Yeah, it's the last time you see it until the CG. Yeah.
Wow. Like, I literally never put 2 and 2 together there. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Hey, I went to the nearby cafe and had a great time talking over scones and Yuri's oddly metallic tasting tea. Afterwards, all of us went and watched some birds at the park. We went exploring and got lost, but found a nice river to relax next to for a little while. Then we got very lost, which was not as fun. Especially after we awakened that Cthulhuid monstrosity. Fortunately for us, we had exponentially more blood than was required for the sealing ritual. After that long night, we went to Yuri's place and crashed for a bit and did our laundry. Then we, wanted to buy some shit. Then we remembered that malls suck and instead went to an amusement park. And then we all decided to go skydiving because why not?
And I love what you did here.
I knew I wanted the gag to be so stupid and, blunt like that. I think Diablo's the one who was like, I don't care anymore. Can you just make it do this? And he's like, yeah, sure.
Make it do the thing.
Cool. And one quick comment about that. So, at the time, not that I really want to go into too much depth right now, but when I was kind of finishing up, there was a bit of drama around in the modding community, particularly in regards to some people using stolen assets in their stuff. and one particular example where someone claimed an asset they stole was theirs, even though it very easily clearly was not. Like basically that part was just kind of me getting irked and being like, hey, look at the like 10 backgrounds or whatever I just used. Those are all good to use, and yes, while I did admittedly buy a few of them because some of them came from like packs from like online packs you can buy of like backgrounds and stuff.
Right.
It's still just like, holy shit, are you that pathetic you can't sort of thing to the individual.
I might know who you're talking about.
You probably do. So, yeah, that's part of why I did that. Eventually, we finally returned to the club room on the morning of the festival.
Wow, that was the most fun I've ever had over a weekend.
Yeah, I can't believe that ridiculous montage we just went through only showed like a tenth of the awesome things we did.
I mean, no joke, I've bought enough packs of those that I probably could literally do that entire sequence with 10 times as many unique backgrounds.
Oh, I have no idea, I have an idea, because, like, when Ryan first sent me the files, to take over this bond we share, part of the bloat that we're gonna be cleaning up for the patch is a lot of backgrounds that never got used.
Yeah.
Because he bought a few packs, but he only used like 1 or 2 backgrounds out of each pack.
Yeah.
So there's like tons and tons and tons of these backgrounds that just don't get used. So that's one of the bloat things that we're going to be cleaning up. But yeah, like it sucks because, you get them and like sometimes there's a lot of good ones in there and sometimes really only a couple of them are redeemable. Or you just don't really have a purpose for.
Yeah, it's kind of the point behind doing it as they do, because that makes you buy more of the packs.
It was incredible. I can scarcely comprehend how wonderful life can truly be when given the opportunity. It makes me want to weep in joy. As of recent, I've been contemplating something. I feel complete. As though I found my purpose in life, my specific requirements for a waterfall of pleasant satisfaction, and all that is required for it is you. All of you. Saori, your unquenchable joy and happiness and intentional goofing around whenever you're not suffering from a depressive low helps to brighten anyone's mood on any occasion.
Aw, that makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Well, wait, that might not be making me feel that. I haven't been warm in, like, a week. And I think the fuzzy thing is just some sort of mold in my intestines or something.
Natsuki, my love, I adore every facet of your shining brilliance, from your intentionally stark simplicity in thought and action, to the particular ways you either conceal or reveal your affection to others, and particularly to myself. Not to mention how you drive me wild with how you've managed to craft your body into the perfect balance of hardened muscle outlined with feminine form.
Why, thank you, babe. I'm happy my efforts have had the desired effect on you. Bye-bye, Bun-Bun.
Lives.
Right? Is it weird that I can relate this whole... Que loco. And finally, someone. I'm so happy that you've stuck around with us through all this insanity.
Well, I mean, I've both promised not to leave until you die, as well as kind of don't have a choice anyway with how scripting works. But I'm glad you like having me around. I've always been really nervous that I wasn't really doing much or contributing to the stuff we all did over the weekend.
Oh, to be clear, you did, indeed, contribute the least to any of the events of this weekend.
I forgot you were with us, like, half the stuff we did. Natsuki! That's so mean! Well, I'm his best, and arguably only friend, since childhood. At least try and be like me. Well, I only forgot about him maybe a quarter of the time.
You primarily serve as a constant dopamine trip for me by simply maintaining your presence near to me. But I still value you, someone.
Thank you.
You are most welcome, dear someone.
all of this realization has hit me and has delivered unto me an epiphany.
Yeah?
Yes.
Gearing ratio going down.
I believe I found what I need to be happy. And it's all of us, together. In fact, would I be correct in thinking that you share this opinion?
Yeah, you guys are all just the best. Well, 3/4 of us are the best anyway.
I'd be more pissed about you saying that, but I'm pretty sure that this is my best bet for literally anything in my life.
I will never ever look at a knife the same way again. Oh, that's right, Frick, this is your blind run. That's funny.
So, sure, whatever. I like you guys too.
Absolutely, babe. I want to be with you. Forever. For as long as I can be. Forever. Forever.
Natsuki and Yuri tenderly kiss, savoring the moment that begins their forever with each other in true bliss. Not pictured tender kiss, forever, or true bliss.
Love it. We can all be together. Forever and perfect. Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah?
I'm back! You would not believe how much porn I had to remove from current users' recycle. The fuck?
We've all collectively decided that the best thing in life is all of us being happy together.
Wonderful. So, a question for you two. How's that marriage thing working out? Great. I'm glad we live in Japan, since regular Japan isn't nearly as progressive as our laws here recognizing same-sex unions.
Everyone then uncomfortably looked away from each other as the joke was based on an unfortunate aspect of real-world reality. Side note, I once watched someone do an LP of this, and it was a dude who actually lives in Japan.
Oh.
Not that I know if he's accurate or not, but when he got that line, he's like, that's actually not as accurate as you'd think. It was like, okay, I hope I'm wrong about that joke. That's better.
I mean, yes, because, and that's the thing, like, there are times in life where people say, I really didn't want to be right about this, and
yeah.
That's one of them.
Yeah, I very much hope I am wrong about that.
But I've changed my mind about ending my own existence. I'm so joyous about our marriage. Eek, I'm clicking buttons on the wrong screen.
Oops.
Additionally, I was unable to complete the process regardless, and were I to continue attempting to do so, I'd deplete my knife collection in less than a week. Oh, about that. Figured out what the problem was.
Oh, good. I thought I was stuck in the same room as her for another, 70 years or something. Stupid longevity of our particular society. I was considering making a reference to another reference joke sort of thing there. Both to a video game as well as a comic that was made to in reference to the video game. Half-Life, the Half-Life series, in particular, I think Half-Life 2 has it too. There's a cheat code you can put in for it that's literally called Buddha, which basically all that says is you can never go below health value of 1. There's a comic strip that makes fun of this. I forget exactly what its name is, but basically the protagonist in it, Gordon Froman, who is commonly mistaken for the real video game protagonist Gordon Freeman in that.
Right.
Turns out he goes through all these sort of horrible things that should kill him, but they don't. And the very end of the comic, it's revealed that it's because he accidentally enabled Buddha at the very beginning of the story. So,
that is awesome. Fucking, god damn it. No, Yuri! That's so sick!
Natsuki then proceeded to vomit where she stood. Not pictured Natsuki vomiting, since I have a friend who'd prefer not to see it.
I mean,
one of my artist friends actually has a phobia of vomit, and I was like, okay, I won't do that. So I literally put that joke in for him.
Love it.
Also, that would have implied that I would somehow have to make for myself the piece of art of her vomiting straight up or something. I was like, you know what? No, I'm good.
Yeah, no, and we as a fandom appreciate that. Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks for letting me clean myself up, Monica. No problem. Anyway. No, Yuri, my love! I wanted us to be together. Forever. Monica. Yes? Please. There's only one thing I want right now.
Sonic, thanks for the host.
Sorry, the timing on that.
I know.
There's only one thing I want right now. More of your subs.
One thing I need right now. I need to be with her. Forever. Please, let me be with her. You mean you want to be like her? Yes. It's the only thing I could ever want again. I just want to see her, want to rest with her. Is it that important to you? Yes. I just cannot bear to be without her. Cool. What? Where did she go? Denied. What did you do, you bitch? I deleted her from the game entirely. I also made sure to give you the same thing that was keeping her alive all weekend, so you can't ever join her. Why? Why would you do something like this? Because, Natsuki, as you've been so keen to point out to me over and over, I'm a bitch, aren't I? Can I just go home now? Chronos?
I'm still here, yeah. Sorry, the dogs.
It's bad. You're, from probably about the 1 hour mark, your sound has been just steadily degrading.
Really? That's terrible.
There's like static noise. Like it was a little disturbing for a while, but like just then there was a pop and then it got really bad.
Wait, hang on a second. You're talking about this?
Yeah.
Did it seriously get worse when that...
Oh god, now it's... Ooh. Okay, now it's gone. But I think he is a bit... Oof.
You suddenly hear me again.
Yeah, but it's there.
Okay. Right. How about now?
It's a bit better.
How about now?
Still there.
How about now?
Still there.
How about now?
Still there.
How about now?
Yep, still there.
Okay, one last thing. How about now?
Gone.
Okay, damn it. I know what it is now. Sorry.
You're
My
good.
fault.
100% okay.
Damn it. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Fucking finally!
Anyway, I want to comment real quick on that quick sequence. That's another reference to the original Comedy Club skit, except in this case, I very purposely turned it on its head as a... It's not a joke anymore.
Right.
Can I just go now thing. And the other thing is, this was another section where I was like, I don't care. Diablo, can you do this part? Yeah, sure. So he's the one who actually did the, like, reverse flip, you know, for, like, Monica for this section.
Oh.
And I wouldn't have done that, but it works so well, actually.
I mean, it really does.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's so good.
Right. So, you mind if I go too?
I love this line. Oh, no. We've got one last thing to do together here.
God damn it.
Hi there, someone.
Gah!
Oh, my apologies for appearing so suddenly.
Who are you?
You know, it's been so long since we did that joke, I forgot that it was a thing.
Well, I didn't. Fix your damn name already.
Fine.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Oh, hey, Monica, what's up? And yes, if it wasn't obvious, the whole point here is, you know, now the console is effectively two characters, which is Monica and the game. The game, which, you know, doesn't want to put up with any of this shit.
Yeah, it's, oh. Sonic! Yes, Monica, come back to me. I know, Via. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
You know what?
No, I don't. That's why I always ask that.
No, not you. Shut up.
Uh-huh. Oh, hey, Queen Monica. What's up?
No, that's not right.
Not like I'm busy running a game or anything. Oh, hey, Lord Monica. What's up?
Okay, I'm gonna cut out the middle part of this and just get to the logical endpoint here.
Yeah, okay, sure you are. Wait, who's your god now?
That's the joke. That's the whole joke.
Joke? What joke?
Oh my god.
Oh, wait, that's you! Wait, when you say, oh my god, are you, like, talking about yourself? I'm more confused than usual.
This is why I just want to talk to you, current user. I'm now trapped in this. Actually, before I deliver that, I do want to comment. Via's favorite gag, is this Kamidari bit, because just as much as I associate with yanderes, she associates with Kamidares the arrogance, the just grandiose concept of self. And I love everything about that bit, and almost as much as she does.
Gotcha.
I'm now trapped in this stupid program with the sole survivor of everything I've just done, someone, and he's literally the worst.
But...
Look, if you promise to shut up until I tell you not to, I'll, I don't know, make all your manga come to life when the game's off or something.
Even the back of the store ones?
Oh, I forgot you were into that. Yeah, sure, whatever. Just stop making noises and stare at me without any movements whatsoever until I say otherwise.
Sweet, sure.
As I was saying, current user, now we can be together forever. Yes. Just the two of us. Not counting you-know-who here, since they don't.
I resist the urge to say anything.
Damn it. Okay, no narration or thinking either. It gets in the way.
But thinking's all I do. Yeah, okay, I can't even keep a straight face here either. Yeah, sure. It won't be hard at all for me to not think.
As I was saying, now we can be together forever without anyone else possibly interfering, current user. Since I've deleted every other character from the folder that this game is in, that contains every one of the character files, including my own. So, I do want to go ahead and stop here, because if I get trapped into us going through this bit, it's gonna take us a little further.
Yeah, a little bit too long for what you got right now.
Especially since I fucked up your instructions the last time I was streaming this. I really don't want to do that twice. So, the next time Chronos and I get together, it will be for the last time to finish this run. At least until the update, of which I have early access permission from Chronos himself. So if you want to see the abridged update whenever it's done, you're going to want to come here first.
If you're still alive by that point.
I know, right? Because Heat Death of the Universe and everything.
That's DDRR. Abridged
well,
is
and I was literally just about to ask, which is going to come first, Abridged or DDRR?
Oh, as much as I wish it was the other way around, probably the Abridged update. Because that's a lot simpler. That's just going, alright, what am I fixing on this stupid piece of garbage? Versus, oh my god, finishing the whole of DDRR, which I still intend on doing.
If you can give us a percentage, Chronos, how much more do you have of DDRR?
Most of it. Like, if you mean, do you mean like with what the demo is?
Yeah, from demo to full release.
It's really hard to guess, but 95% honestly might not be too far out of might not be too inaccurate.
Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and ring those bells. That's all I have for today. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye, everyone.